This is my super stylish Bryn sofa for only $5.99.
And this is the gorgeous matching love seat for just $5.79.
This is what they look like on their own. And this is what they could look like in your home. Available in 3 stylish colors with super comfy Bobopedic memory foam seating and a treasure trove of trendy accent pillows, all included.
Plus, when you bundle them, you save $179.
They're great on their own, but so much better together.
Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
It's flavorful.
Pick me up and never put me down.
It's quality. It's fresh. It's spicy. It's delicious. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Right now at 5, President Trump ramping up the pressure to push through his bid to purchase Greenland. He's threatening to impose tariffs on all of the European nations that oppose him. We are live with what you need to know.
This is NBC4 News at 5.
We begin here at 5 with a new strategy from President Trump in his efforts to acquire Greenland. I'm Jonathan Gonzalez.
I'm Kathy Vara. It's a strategy we have come to know well during his second term. The president threatening tariffs to leverage pressure on European countries that won't back the deal.
NBC4's Keenan Willard joining us live from our newsroom with his comments and the reaction coming in tonight from around the world. Keenan.
Yeah, Kathy, Jonathan, in a post on social media this morning, President Trump said buying Greenland is a matter of U.S. national security, with the announcement sparking backlash on the island and across Europe. The president's post says until a deal is done for the U.S. to buy Greenland, the U.S. will enact a new 10% tariff against Denmark, which currently controls Greenland, and 7 other European countries. Now, the president saying the tariff will rise to 25% if a deal isn't done by June 1st. That announcement has been met with harsh criticism from the European Union. Their president writing, the EU stands in full solidarity with Denmark and the people of Greenland. Tariffs would undermine transatlantic relations and risk a dangerous downward spiral. Now, today, thousands of people took to the streets in Greenland in protest of President Trump's efforts to take control of the island, many of them holding signs saying Greenland is not for sale.
He's just arrogant and a very big bully.
This is a fight for freedom. It's for NATO. It's for everything the Western Hemisphere has been fighting for since World War II.
Now, Denmark's foreign minister said yesterday that he told the Trump administration giving the U.S. control of Greenland is not in Denmark's interest. And we are also following some developments out of the EU. Ambassadors there set to hold an emergency meeting tomorrow to discuss their response to growing tensions surrounding Greenland and the U.S.'s plans for possible control. We'll be following the situation in the hours ahead. For the moment, from the newsroom, Keenan Willard, NBC4 News.
Keenan, thank you. Also new tonight out of Washington, President Trump calling for a regime change in Iran following the country's ongoing protests. In an interview with Politico today, the president said, quote, "It is time to look for new leadership." His comments come as Iran's supreme leader addressed the nation, accusing President Trump of encouraging the unrest. According to the U.S.-based human rights activist news agency, the crackdown on protests in Iran has now left more than 3,000 people dead. President Trump firing back at the supreme leader, calling him a, quote, sick man who should run his country properly and stop killing people. LA County does have the largest diaspora of Iranians outside of Iran. Last week, the community came out in full force to protest the current regime. Another protest is planned tomorrow in downtown LA at City Hall.
Turning now to the weather with the warm holiday weekend upon us. Here's a live look at Mount Wilson. That sunset is beautiful. Wow. Meteorologist Kelly Moody here with your first alert forecast. Wow.
Aren't we lucky? We get a lot of wow moments. And we get a lot of warm temperatures, too. And we're going to continue to see those over the next couple of days. We are starting to see cool down, though. Look at that. LAX, both at upper 60s, low 80s. For some spots like West Covina are cooling down into the 70s as we head into the evening hours. For areas in the Inland Empire, we will keep up the cool down long term and short term as well, though we'll be warming right back up as we look ahead toward the next couple of days. Right now, our winds are starting to relax just a little bit in areas where we did have a wind advisory that expired earlier this afternoon. Thousand Oaks working with wind gusts coming up to around 10 to even 15 miles per hour. Santa Clarita, a max wind gust of maybe 30 miles per hour. We'll continue to work with mild temperatures through our long holiday weekend with upper 70s expected for our daytime highs in most spots. us. And then, of course, everyone wants to know about the conditions for Sunday. And while we will see temperatures hanging out in the upper 70s here locally, it's going to be 20 degrees in Chicago, and not just 20 degrees. 20 degrees with a wind chill that feels like just 6 degrees. Blustery. This is the kind that hurts in your bones. Rams might have a tough time with this one, so we'll continue to track your conditions.
Yeah, Rams wishing they were playing here at home. Kelly, thank you. We'll check back soon. And we are gearing up for tomorrow's big playoff game between the Rams and the Bears right here on NBC4. Rams fans got an early kickoff today over at the original Farmers Market in the Fairfax District with a pop-up event there. That's where we find our Amber Frias joining us live now with a look at how fans are getting ready for tomorrow's big game. Hey, Amber.
Hey, Jonathan. Well, the pop-up event is now over. It's being cleaned up now. But earlier we saw dozens of people here dressed up in their Rams gear, and everyone we spoke to told us they are very confident about tomorrow's game.
Chicago Bears, you better watch out. You about to go running because the Ram coming in. We gonna get you.
We're going to win. We're going to win. 30-20.
The pop-up event brought out dozens of people of all ages from across the county. Families and longtime fans crowded the original Farmers Market. The event featured photo opportunities, prizes, and live music, giving fans a chance to celebrate and show their team pride. Energy stayed high throughout the event, with fans dressed in blue and gold, stopping to cheer, take pictures, and talk football, of course. Now, fans say their team is prepared and ready to win no matter the factors.
I've been hearing like a lot of things, and then the temperature is probably not going to help too much, but Stafford, I think he could pull it off.
Everyone on the Rams team isn't from Southern California. They played in cold weather, so I think they'll be all right. As long as they, take care of the ball, keep everyone's hands warm, I think they'll be quite, I don't think it'll be a big deal.
And kickoff is tomorrow at 3:30. You can watch the game right here on NBC. Reporting live, Amber Frias, NBC4 News.
All right, Amber, thank you. Just so happens our Olivia Garvey is in Chicago for tomorrow's game. She has a huge coat on. She has a preview right now. Olivia.
Jonathan and Kathy, I have officially arrived in Chicago. It's cold. You can see me breathing right now. I got multiple layers on, but you know what? We have an NFC showdown here tomorrow. Bears, Rams from Soldier Field. I will be live post-game on the challenge. I'll have post-game coverage. We'll hear some sound. It's going to be a great night. Hopefully the Rams can get it done. And, of course, we'll have a preview of the game coming up right here on NBC4 at 6 o'clock tonight. Back to you guys.
All right, Olivia is ready. Thank you. Meanwhile, Martin Luther King Jr. Day is on Monday, and today, Long Beach held its annual parade to celebrate his life, legacy, and the values that he taught. NBC4's Annette Ariella spoke to attendees about what it all means to them.
Celebration through the streets of Long Beach, paying tribute to one of the most pivotal figures in our nation's history.
At this moment in history, it's shown that we can never take for granted the rights and all of the values and work that Dr. King has fought and died for.
Local high schools, marching bands, and drill teams, along with community organizations, all coming together for the 38th annual Martin Luther King Jr. Parade.
We have to show up and show out and show that we are a community and we're a loving community and we are here for each other and for everybody. We're so blessed for that. Kindness is so easy. Everyone should be doing it.
Crystal Prescott and her son Jeremiah are enjoying the festivities while reflecting on Dr. King's message of fairness and justice.
MLK. Be a leader, not a follower.
What does it mean to you to be a leader?
To do the right thing and stand up for what our rights are.
He helped champion racial equality, fighting discrimination through nonviolence.
To be out here on Martin Luther King Day, it's so important when there is a push to maybe not highlight the history. The struggle continues until everyone has the same rights. It is still a struggle.
A long holiday weekend that serves as a reminder that Dr. King's dream is still very much alive.
That's what he supported all of us, to be together, to be one, to support each other, to care for each other, have respect for each other, to love each other.
In Long Beach, Annette Arriola, NBC4 News.
And over in Gardena, the city held its annual MLK parade in celebration. Award-winning actress and comedian Tiffany Haddish and NBA veteran Brandon Jennings were this year's grand marshals. After the parade, there was the popular Battle of the Bands. And in fact, the city of Gardena held the first official MLK Day parade west of the Mississippi in 1973.
Parking fees will be waived this Sunday at more than 200 state parks and beaches in honor of MLK Jr. Day. It's all thanks to the California State Parks Foundation. Some parks will still require tour fees. For more information, visit NBCLA.com.
Still ahead, your chance to be cast in the Baywatch reboot